When it comes to uncovering the underground scene of scamming, botting, and real-world trading on Runescape, there is a few names that come to mind. Today we are talking about Crumb, a Runescape content creator with over 50,000 subscribers and over 12 million views. From exposing the inside RuneScape cyber sex market to showing off bots that can snipe rare names, Crumb is the one-stop shop for everything black market in RuneScape. We're going to hop in the call with the man himself. We're going to ask him about his artwork, his videos, and his quote-unquote botting in RuneScape. Stay tuned because this is a great conversation. So if you guys didn't know, Crumb and his girlfriend actually make figurines on his website, and he was nominated for a Golden Gnome Award. So I wanted to find out what made him start making these figurines.
So I'm actually doing a whole video on that. It was really a way to monetize my channel. And I had this idea before my channel was big enough to really take on sponsorships. And now I'm kind of at the point that I probably could take sponsorships if I wanted to, but instead I'm just making RuneScape figurines, so I'm actually probably losing money.
Like all of us, we all have a start on how we started playing RuneScape. I wanted to know why he started playing RuneScape and what made him get into it.
Yeah, so I started originally in '06, and it's because my brother got into it, and he got into it through his friends at school. And being the little brother, I followed suit and started playing the game. But I didn't seriously get into the game until probably about '08.
When looking at Jacob's channel, you can see tons and tons of event and quest guides. I went on and asked him what made him start making videos.
If you look at just my channel, it's a little misleading because I actually had a channel before Crumb. And I started making videos in 2010 on that original channel. And back then it was just skilling progress videos and a couple miscellaneous guides for the level 3 skiller community. But I stopped making those videos once, EOC came out and the game went to shit. And then I got back into video making shortly after the release of old school RuneScape when I got back into the game again.
An interesting fact that Jacob told me is that on RuneScape 3, his account named Flop is a nearly maxed level 3 skiller. I thought that was pretty cool. One thing I was very interested in learning is how he went from quest guides to one of his biggest videos. I interviewed a RuneScape bug abuser. Here's what he said. And what made him switch from quest guides to that kind of video, because it's very different than his old content.
So I'm glad you asked this question. For me, that wasn't the first one that blew up in my mind. So I was doing all these quest guides, and I did quest guides for years. I made 100 and something of them. I had seen this video on YouTube called Things Only Old Minecraft Players Will Remember, and it had 5 million views on it. And I was like, I wonder what would happen if I made that video but for RuneScape. And that video did extremely well for me. It got 100,000 views in the first week. And at this point on my channel, my most viewed video was the Underground Pass quest guide, and it had 50,000 views accumulated over a year. So that was really big for me. And that's when I made the transition from making videos that people search for, i.e. quest guides, into videos that get recommended to people. While doing that series, I wanted to experiment with new series. So I decided to do one called RuneScape Abuse. And the first video in that, I was talking about the legacy days of bug abuse, the first people that were doing bug abuse and what they were abusing. And at the end of that video, I mentioned that I wanted to interview people in that scene. And that is when the Plague Doctor, the guy that I interviewed for that bug abuse video that got 600,000 views, reached out to me. And that's when we did that video, and that one blew up. So the RuneScape Abuse series took over my channel after that because it did so well.
When it comes to making videos on YouTube, you will be known for one thing. At first, Jacob was known for his quest guides, and since YouTube is a very competitive market, you need to take risks with your content and branch out from other things. Hence the reason why I started out making progress videos and now have a couple different series on my channel. Jacob is a prime example to new content creators to branch out from your current content. While editing this video, I decided to reach out back to Jacob and ask him some advice he would give to new and aspiring content creators.
So before I started my RuneScape channel, I was worried that it was too saturated, that there was too many content creators already, but I realize now that the more content creators there are, the merrier, because it keeps people in the rabbit hole of old school RuneScape content, and ultimately it just leads to more views for everybody. It's really hard to oversaturate on YouTube. And secondly, you just have to learn the YouTube algorithm and use it to your advantage. There are plenty of amazing videos that teach the YouTube algorithm, but to break it down briefly, you need to have a good click-through rate. That's having a great thumbnail and a great title, because if people don't click, they'll never end up watching. But then once they actually do click, you need to deliver on that content and have it be entertaining so they watch for a long time. Watch time is the most important analytic on YouTube when it comes to determining if your video will be recommended to more and more people. Lastly, you have to keep up with it for a long time. It'll take a while before YouTube understands what type of people are your audience, but once they finally do understand who your audience is, then they'll start recommending it out to more people who aren't currently watching your videos but fit your audience, and you'll grow exponentially. So long as you got that good click-through rate and high watch time.
I often go to Jacob for advice on YouTube, and what he said is spot on. Great advice if you want to start making videos. Since Jacob exposes some shady things on RuneScape, I wanted to know what repercussions he has faced from those people.
The only negative side that I've faced is the people that I expose in these videos. So often I think they feel like because I did a video, Jagex is finally going to do something to fix whatever it is that they're doing, and usually they have some sort of monetary incentive to keep this thing going, and so they don't really have a lot of power in the way of I already made the video, it's already out there, and so they resort to sending me threats or trying to dox me or whatever it is, anything they can do to try to get me to remove that video.
Since people spam Jacob's Discord to the point where it's no longer usable for his fans, how does he keep in contact with them, and how can they reach him?
So the most part, Instagram's my home now.
Okay.
I've never really had a tight community around my channel, which is probably a downfall for me as a person that uploads YouTube videos. And actually, I made my Discord in the first place just to really be a stomping ground for people to come and find my Discord username to message me. But yeah, it was just too much of a pain in the ass. So nowadays, Instagram's the place to reach me.
With the type of videos that Jacob makes, I wanted to know if there was a video that was quote-unquote too risky to upload to YouTube.
I did one that was about people getting unlimited membership by abusing Amazon Prime, and that one got removed for violating YouTube terms of service. So I guess technically that's the only one. Usually with most of these videos, when it's some sort of RuneScape abuse community that involves some sort of serious money, RuneScape private servers especially, I get repercussion from the community, as I kind of previously talked about. But I'd say RuneScape private servers are the most touchy. For some reason, those guys are really vicious, and they get really jealous when somebody else is involved in a video in that community. And they will, instead of just attacking me, they'll also attack the other person that's involved in that community. Right now I'm pursuing a video about RuneScape private server bots, and none of the bot owners want to talk about me because they know they're going to get harassed really bad by the server owners.
With over 200 videos that are public on Crumb's channel, I wanted to know which video he has uploaded that is his absolute favorite.
For me, it would be the deliver items one. It did really well and it was really fun to make. And it's kind of funny because when you upload videos, you never really know what's going to hit. I didn't spend much time on the deliver items video. I actually, funny enough, I was doing a video about a RuneScape private server, how much somebody makes off it. And whenever I do an interview with one of those people, I let them review it first because, as mentioned before, they sometimes get attacked over the video. So I make sure that they get to see it and we remove anything that might expose who they are as a person or whatever. So while I was waiting for them to approve that video, I decided to make the deliver item ones over the night. And I made that video and I threw it up, and it did 10 times better than that private server video that I spent 10 times more time on. So, but yeah, I had a lot of fun making that video.
Now let's get into Jacob's experience in botting on RuneScape. Jacob is a computer programmer by trade, and around Halloween time in 2018, he created a bot that gave out a trick or a treat in all the houses in Falador. I let him explain a quick summary of what happened.
Yeah, so I made a bot and you could go, I made a bot so people could trick or treat in Falador. I had a bot at every house in Falador, and you could run door to door and ask them for either a trick or a treat. If you picked a trick, they would tell you a Halloween themed joke, or if you picked a treat, they would trade you a random item from their inventory. I had a candy bar, a couple candy bars in there, purple sweets, that type of thing. And yeah, so I uploaded a video about it, and then a day and a half goes by and Jagex nuked every single one of my accounts that was shown on that video.
And then I asked him how he felt when he found out all of his accounts were banned.
I was bummed out because, my account was nearly maxed. I had put a lot of time into it. But at the same time, at that point in my life, I was in school. I was really busy. I was working part-time. So I wasn't I hadn't really actively been playing RuneScape for over a year at that point. And really, I was only making videos about the game. The type of content that I do, I don't need to have an account that has really any stats on it. So I knew I could keep making videos, and that's all I really cared about. So I wasn't too upset.
Now, the type of bot that Jacob created was just a wholesome bot. It did not actually give him any advantage in the game. I want to know if he thought the ban was fair.
If I was Jagex, I would have banned myself too. Technically, if I want to argue it, the rule says that it's anything that gives you an unfair advantage. So maybe I could argue that, giving away my bank and telling Halloween jokes isn't an unfair advantage. But I mean, I wasn't like too shocked when I did find out that they banned me. I still remember when I got banned though. I was sitting in class actually. I had one friend in the class. It was an object-oriented programming class. And he looked my account up on the high scores and it didn't show up anymore. And he sent me a message on Discord. He's like, "Yo, I think you got banned, man." And sure enough, I checked, I was banned.
If you guys remember, earlier that year in August of 2018, a friend was banned on all of his accounts. With this being fresh in the minds of the community, they were already calling him the second a friend. With the community memeing him for this, I wanted to know if he felt demotivated from making videos.
When I uploaded the video, I was kind of looking for like a quick idea to bang out a video pretty fast. And this is the one that came to mind. So I didn't like have a really great video idea that I wanted to do at the time. And that's kind of why I uploaded it. And that continued on after the upload too. I think there was probably a bit of a gap before I uploaded again. But I didn't feel demotivated from uploading videos because controversy is honestly kind of good. This wasn't like a pitchfork fest either. Like there's a lot of people that were really supporting what I did. But there was also like enough people on the other side that it caused like a Reddit frenzy. But everybody always remembers me for this video now, which is kind of the shitty thing. Like, oh, you're the dude that got banned for making RuneScape bots on Halloween. So that's the real downside of this.
My last question is, what kind of quote-unquote black market or underground information on RuneScape is worth making a video about?
I get a lot of messages of people that bought 20 million GP worth of gold back in 2008 and they want to do a video about it. I can't do a video about that. I have, people that message me that bought their account to 99 fishing in 2011. I can't do a video about that. But anything that's like botting related on kind of like that's interesting, those do extremely well. I mean, Sir Pugger. But really, like for me, I just kind of try to chase cool stories. Negativity does better, but actually I think that it's not so true. I think that you can also have cool ideas that aren't negative about the game that can do almost as well. Like I did a video with a multi-account logger, a guy that plays 42 accounts at once. He actually streams on Twitch. I wish I remembered his name. But that video did really well. So I kind of want to move more into positive stuff about the game and not so much about all this negative stuff.
And just like that, we got a rare insight from Crumb about some questions and answers his fans wanted to know about. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm always bringing videos for you guys. Let me know in the comments what content creator you want me to interview next. I plan to make this out of a series. Anyways, my name is Snack Food and I'll see you later. Peace.